This is Luis Sandoval, FightHype.com. You're with my man Gabe Rosado. First of all, Gabe, man, what's been going on with you, man? You back in the gym now. Give us an update on Gabe Rosado so far.
Yeah, man, just training, staying sharp, man. I'm hearing that I'm gonna be fighting in the fall, so I'm not sure if it's traditional boxing or BKB, but I mean, whatever it is, I just gotta make sure I stay ready. So, once training camp starts, I'm in pretty good shape by then,
And one thing I gotta ask you about, of course, is on social media. Chavez Jr. I know you said you want to fight him. He put a photo out. People want to see that fight, man. Your reaction to that? I mean, would you be willing to go for a Julio Cesar Chavez fight?
I mean, of course, honestly, there's no one out there that I would fight at 68 except for Chavez. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different ball game for me to go up to 168. I remember when I went up to 160 too soon. I remember it was just like a whole different ball game. And it was when I fought Triple G, I was still a 54-pounder, but I said, oh, fuck it, it's for the world title. But it's a different ball game. You got to grow into the weight class naturally. But with Chavez, I'll make the exception because, I don't believe that Chavez, I don't believe he's nothing like Senior. Chavez is he has a spoiled attitude. He's lazy, he complains in the ring. If he gets hit low, he's complaining. He complains to the ref. If he gets headbutted, he's crying, And on social media, I remember the day of the fight, I said Chavez is the biggest bitch in boxing. Now I'm going to be a man about it, and I'm going to apologize about that because you should never call another fighter a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of being caught up in the moment, like, oh, he's bitching, and so I go and I tweet it. But it was like, like when I thought about it, I was like, man, that's not cool because at the end of the day, he got a family. He got kids, and you got to respect the guy that goes into the ring. Regardless if you don't like his style, you still got to respect the guy. So, I mean, I apologize for calling him a bitch, but, for going up to 168, I definitely make the exception for Chavez.
How do you see that fight playing out, Gabe? And obviously, you think you could win that fight. Obviously, you wouldn't want to take it. I mean, how do you see that fight playing out, and what do you think would give you the victory?
I think, with Chavez, man, Chavez, he likes to put his weight on you and kind of bully you, and he fights square foot. He's squared up, and he's flat-footed. He's not quick, but he's strong. So that's what makes him dangerous. He's strong. He's a good puncher, but he fights in spurts. So you got to take advantage of that. So you got to use your speed. You got to move around, and you kind of got to back him up, put him on his heels. Because when Chavez throws a combination, you got to notice when he throws a 5-punch combination, it's like another minute for him to throw another 5-punch combination because he needs to take a break. It's not like he's not like his father where he can throw 100 punches around. Chavez, he throws a 5-punch combination. Then if you start backing him up, it's gonna cause some issues. That's why he starts complaining to the ref because he wants to break, he wants to breathe. You know what I mean? He wants to catch a second win. So he's just taking advantage of just kind of out hustling him. He has a good chin, but you can stop a guy by wearing him out. It's kind of like what happened in the fight against Farrar when he fought Farrar. He kind of got dropped, not because he doesn't have a good chin. He got dropped because he was just fatigued. He was kind of burned out. Yeah, he was fatigued. And that just comes from really not, putting 100% in the gym. If you put 100% in the gym, you're able to, hang in there.
Gabe, and if it's not Chavez, I mean, 160. Anybody that interests you right now, Gabe? I mean, any fight other than that would interest you at the moment?
Yeah. Well, if it's not Chavez, I think I don't know how that fight will work out. Being what the politics is going on, I'm a Golden Boy fighter, and he's an Al Heyman fighter. So I really don't know. I don't really how that will work out. I would love for that fight to happen, but that's something that is pretty much up to the powers that be if that fight really goes down. Because I think Chavez is down, I'm definitely down, but it comes down to that. But right now I think what I really want to do is I kind of just want to refocus, and I took some. It's been a while that I've taken a break, that I've been out of the ring this long. I'm usually fighting like every 3 months or something like that, and I give myself time to recover, and in the Lemieux fight, I suffered a real bad eye injury, and then I came back so soon against a big puncher like Curtis that probably wasn't too smart. I probably should have listened to my body and gave myself some rest. I looked like shit in that fight, even though I thought I won it. It was a draw, but I felt like shit in that fight. But now that I'm rested, you know, I felt like I could come back, refocus, stronger, rejuvenated. And, you know, I don't think it would even be a competition if I fought Curtis again. You know what I'm saying? I think I would just blow him out. You know, you got to look at the fight between me and Vera and me and Curtis. It's two different fighters. I had no snap that day. I had no strength. So, you know, it is what it is.